Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Now you might be wondering, why was I so excited? Why did we have an impromptu dance party at the beginning there? And that's because it's been 1 year on YouTube for me. Now, I could do something special or I could not do something special, but this is what I came up with for celebrating 1 year doing YouTube. I'll just be talking about my experience from start to now while I eat a cake. It's a store-bought frozen cake, but these are the best cakes. They're elite. I would rather this on my birthday than some fancy cake, so. It still do be a little bit frozen. It's definitely cold, but that's fine, right? And by the way, I will just be eating it with my fork. That being said, let's just get into what I want to talk about. So basically, I just want to go over what my experience has been like because, you know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So let's flash back to the first video I posted back after trying to do YouTube 8,000 times. It was an innocent little day in my life in quarantine where I just basically went about my day without leaving my house. Actually, I think I went on a walk in that video. I just thought it could be a good intro to coming back to doing YouTube and really taking it seriously, and I thought it was a perfect time because I was doing nothing. I mean, I was still in school, but now I was like, okay, I've got free time. I can't do anything, so let's do YouTube for fun. So I decided, you know, I've tried to do YouTube so many times, and I think before what was stopping me was I was embarrassed by it. And sometimes I still am, but definitely not as much as I used to be. But before, I just didn't want to post on YouTube and then have to face people that might have seen it, right? So I was just like, I can't do this. So I was like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity because no one's going to see me other than my family. That's why I started up again. And of course, because I loved it when I did do it, it just wasn't the right time, I guess, but now it is. I've seen other videos of people talking about their 1 year experience on YouTube or how much they've grown in a year on YouTube. Holy, can you hear those sirens? Anyways, I saw other videos of people talking about their year on YouTube, growing 40K subscribers in a year. Now, that just wasn't my experience, and there have been times where I've kind of beat myself up about it because I'm not growing as fast as I'd hoped or not growing exponentially or something crazy and unrealistic, but I kind of have to take myself back and remember why I love doing YouTube, and who cares? Like, if I want to do it for fun, like, it doesn't matter if I grow 50K subscribers. I'm good with my 250. I'd be good with 0. The reality is that sometimes, I think I talked about this in my Q&A, but sometimes it can be a little unfulfilling because you put in so much work coming up with video concepts every week. Some people do it multiple times a week, looking the part, and by looking the part I mean getting ready. I don't, like, this is the only time I ever get ready is to film videos. Being consistent, making sure you cut out time in your week to film and edit, which can take big chunks of my day, especially when I have, you know, 3 jobs and being a full-time student. It can get to be a lot, and sometimes that's why I kind of beat myself up. I'm like, what am I doing this for? But ultimately I'm doing it because it makes me happy and it's a creative outlet for me, and I don't think I've ever really had that. Cake update. It's so solid. Should I try and eat it anyways? Okay. It's not that bad. Now that I have this, I feel better. As I was saying, it can just get difficult to maintain when you're not getting any, like, tangible reward other than, you know, feeling happy, which, like I said in my Q&A, like, I love doing YouTube and that's why I keep doing it, because it's fun for me, and yeah, like, it's a way for me to express myself. I will say though, from my experience with YouTube and, you know, seeing like the back end with like the analytics and everything, of course not a lot of traffic is happening on my channel, I get it. The algorithm just doesn't make sense to me. I get more views on my TikToks that take me 2 seconds to make than I do on these videos that take me hours. And that's something that bothers me with the YouTube algorithm, is because, again, I love what I do. I love doing this, but it just doesn't make sense to me. And what I've realized is a lot of the time people get one video that goes viral, whether they expect it or not, and then they start to gain a following from there. Now, how does that video go viral? Clearly you're asking the wrong person, because I just dropped cake on myself. 1 second. Clearly you're asking the wrong person, because here we are. You see how many subscribers I have and how many views I get. But then again, it always brings me back to why I'm doing this. So while I edit this, I'm kind of listening to what I'm saying, and I think I sound a little bit contradictory in saying that I love what I do, but this. I think what I want to get out here now is that, of course, I love doing YouTube and that's why I do it. It's just hard not to think about sometimes about, why I'm not growing, or why this, why that, when ultimately I'm doing it for fun. I hope that made sense. I just don't want to come off as like ungrateful or that I'm being contradictory. But let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, now I'm just gonna go to my YouTube channel on my phone and kind of walk through some of the videos that I've made in the past year. I started with a day in my life in quarantine. I dyed my hair. That feels like ages ago, but also feels like just yesterday. So yeah, just under a year, I dyed the underneath of my long hair blue. I feel like that could be fun. Should I dye my hair? Let me know in the comments. What if I did like the blonde underneath? I don't want to ruin my hair. I don't know. Let me know. If I dye my hair, what should I do? I did quarantine outfits for staying home, and I thought it was funny, but it really wasn't. It's kind of cringe to look back on. My quarantine morning routine. Wow, I really was trying to capitalize on this quarantine stuff, huh? Then I made banana bread with my sister. That banana bread slapped. A lot of people on TikTok and YouTube are talking about how people are starting to feel nostalgic for like the first part of quarantine, which is alarming. But I can't say I don't feel that. Like, making banana bread, it was just so innocent. I think that's why. It was just so innocent. We didn't realize how long we would be doing this. And here we are. And then we get to my most popular video on my YouTube channel, which was trying the Chloe Ting's 2-week shred challenge. Now, that got 1.4k views, which I know, I'm surprised just as much as you are. Then I did bleach tie-dyeing my clothes featuring my sister. I don't even remember that video. I think it was fun. I do remember wanting to quit because it got so late at night that I wanted to go to sleep. Then I did skincare routine and spa night, recommended by Hiram. Then next we've got updated playlist / drive with me. Oh my gosh. So with that video, I do not like driving. I don't remember if I mentioned that in the video, but I don't. I hate driving. I would rather be the passenger. I would let anyone else drive. As long as I'm in the passenger seat, in the back, whatever. As long as I don't have to drive, I'm good. But because other people were doing it while they were driving, I was like, oh, I can do that. Like, for sure, I'll do that. Yeah, that didn't go over very well. I was not focused on the video at all. I would play the song for 2 seconds, sing it, dance to it, and then switch it over so that I could get it over with and go back home because I hate driving. But I did it for the YouTube. The next video I did was DMing YouTubers and someone answered, featuring, and then like Haley Pham. I don't remember who else because it's like ... I said Haley Pham, Emma Chamberlain, and more. GT Dave hooked me up and he answered, so that was fun too. And I did a summer quarantine glow up, telling a true crime story while I do random tasks. That one was fun to make. Is good fare really worth it? My chatty everyday makeup. Now in this chunk of 2020, which was like the end of the summer, I don't really like a lot of these videos that I put out. So we're gonna skip those. But one I thought I was gonna blow up on was the trying Emma Chamberlain's coffee. But I think because I was so late to the game, people didn't care anymore. People already knew what other people thought about it. But that's not my fault. I ordered it when people were doing these reviews, and then it came 4 months later. Then my birthday glow up, and then like I said, my Q&A, one of my favorite videos I've ever made was putting together outfits for each letter of the alphabet. I think here's also when I established I wanted to switch a little bit further into the fashion side of YouTube, because I was doing like hauls outfits of the week, thrift hauls, whatever. But then I started getting back into the more like lifestyle, so I started playing Among Us, which was very fun, I will say. One of my least viewed videos, but I don't care because I had a lot of fun making it. I did a story time, I baked another playlist video, and then again, this is where I really got into the fashion. So I did a get ready with me for New Year's Eve, reviewing fashion trends, recreating Pinterest outfits, and now we've basically gotten to here. So I have seen how much I've evolved just from even reading those titles, seeing my face in the thumbnails. For even a few months while I was filming videos, like, I was embarrassed for anyone to, like, hear me if they walked past my room. Like, I was like, no. And even now, if someone tries to play one of my videos while I'm in the room, I'm like, you can watch this, I will leave. You can do this in peace. But I feel like a lot of people can relate to that even if they are not doing YouTube. You know, when you hear yourself in a video or you have to record for a project over Zoom or something like that, I think you all get what I'm saying. Like, it's like uncomfortable. On the more positive side, I just wanted to let whoever's watching this know that I love making videos, so thank you to anyone who watches them. I also look forward to continuing to do this. I love that making YouTube videos will also kind of act as like a time capsule for when I'm older. You know, I go back to YouTube to see what I was like when I was 21, or what I was wearing, or what other people were wearing back then. I feel like it's just a whole different experience from just looking at photos. So yeah, it's just fun. I love doing this. It makes me happy, and I get to share what makes me happy with other people, so. But I hope this video has made sense. I've kind of just went off the top of my head talking about what I think about being on YouTube for a year. But a few other things I want to add is just like, I am glad that I've continued to do this because it's shown me how to, you know, make time for the things that I like to do, and I never really was able to do that before this. And not because I wasn't capable, but because I just didn't allow myself. I didn't think I had the time. I didn't think I had the time to do what I loved because I was like, oh, well, I have to focus on school. And it doesn't mean that I'm not focusing on school, but it also means I'm focusing on myself as well. So I recommend that you find something that you love to do, or something that you love to make time for. And I know people always say that. I'm always like, yeah, whatever. But no, I think it's true. Grab whatever you're eating currently, if you are, because we're going to cheers. Cheers to 1 year on YouTube, and cheers to many more. Thank you for watching this. Peace.